Good day, everybody. Yeah, to me, Nigeria is ripe for an Igbo presidency, but the way things are going, Igbo presidency might not be visible in 2027. Before my analysis, uh, let's watch this video, which was released by a northern politician or a northern statesman. Thank you.
Today, the number of people in Yorubas that are skeptical in Yoruba speaking area that I'm trying to say are more skeptical of an Igbo presidency than anybody from the north. Why? Because northerners are not competitors to the Igbos, but the Yorubas are. What is the stake in Nigeria? The education and capital. We don't have the capital in the north. We don't have enough educated people. We will have one day, I know. There will be a time when we'll surpass the south. The time is coming. But it's not now. It's not there yet. So there is no serious competition between the north and the south is except the unfortunate ill feeling of the civil war. Well, my suggestion is this. That one, I'll direct it to our Igbo compatriots that they should go out, seek understanding with fellow Nigerians. Tell them that in fairness, they should be supported to produce the next president. But don't let them issue threat. Threat wouldn't work when you are looking for something like this. Because threat doesn't get you votes. This thing is a matter of casting vote. When somebody goes into booth to cast his vote, it will be he and his God alone. So win his heart. Don't try to antagonize him. If you antagonize him, he will not vote for you. And he has not committed any sin or offense. So persuade, this is the reason why political parties campaign. It's just to persuade people. Election is a matter of persuasion. I will just send this message to my Igbo compatriots. I have a lot of them who are my friends, but unfortunately a lot of them have gone. But I still have some, even though they are not my age mate. Let them moderate their method of appeal for votes, but it will pay them better if they use better language in trying to win votes from Nigerians. Thank you very much.
Good day, Nigerians. Today is 5th of October 2025. Let us dive into the feasibility of this presidency in 2027. To me, a lot of people will not want to hear this. To me, the presidency of Peter Obi in 2027 is not visible. It's a Herculean task that would be very difficult to achieve. I know a lot of people, especially the obedient, will not want to listen to this. They will not want to understand the visibility of Obi's presidency in 2027 might likely be a mirage. So it's not likely going to happen. A lot of things will determine if Obi will be able to become Nigeria president in 2027. To me, looking at the Igbos are very conservative, majority of them, and in my own personal view, a lot of Yorubas are very liberal in my own personal view. This is my personal view. I'm talking on behalf of myself. I'm trying to analyze things based on the chances will be in 2027. In 2023, a lot of things happened which could prevent President Tinubu from clinching the ticket of APC. And fortunately for him, he was able to clinch the ticket. And at the end of the day, he was able to, despite all kinds of policy by Emefiele, the Naira policy, the changing of Naira, and the rest, he became President Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the president. So, what are the chances of Obi? Tinubu has his highs in the presidency maybe 20 years before 2023. I plan ahead. To me, Obi need to plan ahead, to plan beyond 2032. There are a lot of reasons why Obi's presidency in 2027 might be a mirage. One, election fraud. How many of us question the state election commission or whatever? Because most elections at the state level in Nigeria are all fraud. Any party who is in charge of any of the states wins all the local government election. Nobody is talking about state electoral commission. In fact, every Nigerian knows that INEC is still better than the state electoral commission because there's no way one party wins all. But in local government election, for example, Lagos State, if you conduct election in Lagos State 200 times, the party in power will win all. In Ekiti State, same thing. In Osun State, where you have PDP, if you conduct local government election, PDP wins all. In a state like the Southeast, where you have some PDP, if they conduct local government election, the party in power in that state wins all. So what are we talking about? Election fraud is more or less the order of the day in Nigeria. So one of the reasons why Obi might not become Nigeria president and will mainly be because of election fraud. Every party in Nigeria is fraudulent. You can hardly find any party that wins in Nigeria that is not fraudulent. So, secondly, one of the reasons why Obi might not be able to become Nigeria president in 2027 is the utterances of his kinsmen, the Igbos. If you go back the memory lane, in 1979, there was no social media, right? But a lot of things Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the presidential candidate of UPN, a lot of things he did not see. The current president was able to see. And that's one of the reasons why Asiwaju Tinubu is Nigeria president today. Because he could see a lot of things his leader, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, could not see. If we recollect, the vice presidential candidate of Chief Obafemi Awolowo was, I think, Eme Mesoke from Southeast, which was a big mistake. It should have, Adebi, his deputy, was from the north. Maybe his election success would have been better. So if you look at it, the 1979, the presidential candidate of the National Party of Nigeria was Shagari, and his deputy was uh, uh, what's his name? Sorry, I forgot. The late Vice President, late Shubumi's friend. Maybe I'll remember. I forgot. Sorry, forgive me. So, maybe that was one of the mistakes Chief Obafemi Awolowo made. The presidential candidate from the south, the the presidential candidate from the south, nothing from the north. So you will not expect the northerner who are very who have political savvy to vote for maybe the rest is history. So one of the reasons and when Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu studied the failure of Shiva Obafemi Awolowo, he was able to make some adjustments. He was able to succeed where Shiva Obafemi Awolowo failed. A lot of people are abusing him because he chose he went for a Muslim ticket, but we all know the majority of people in the north are Muslim, except things are going to change this time around. So one of the reasons why Obi might not become Nigeria president from 2027 is the utterances of his kinsmen, the Igbos. You will all recollect that in 2023, these Yorubas were not on social media boosting the North. From 2015, the Igbos have been on social media abusing everybody. Till date, they are still doing it. So if you look at the video we watch, that statesman talk about talking to other people convincingly. You have to convince people to vote for you. You cannot be on social media and be abusing people and you expect them to vote for you. So when you are creating enmity among tribes, between tribes, then your success at the poll might be limited. So that's one thing our Igbo brothers and sisters on social media should realize. They are the only tribe that's majorly based on abusing other people on social media. And this will not augur well for Peter Obi. This might prevent Peter Obi from from uh, from having a success come 2027 presidential election. They need to work on this. Peter Obi need to work on this. And if they don't work on this, it's going to be very difficult for Peter Obi to become Nigeria president in 2027. And look at it. Peter Obi to study Tinubu, Asiwaju Tinubu. Asiwaju Tinubu has been helping people to become governors. He helped Fayemi to become governor of Ekiti. He helped Mimiko. That's why the father Mimiko was not a member of his party. Mimiko was in Labour Party. He helped Mimiko to become governor of Ondo State. He helped Aregbesola, who served under him in Lagos, to become a governor of Osun State. And he has Ajumobi in Oyo State to become governor. So he's been doing that all along, and it was people might say he's selfish, maybe, but he knew what he wanted. He was helping people to go to Senate, to go to House of Rep, to go to become members of House of Assembly in some states. He helped Oshomole to become governor in Edo State. So he started building his political empire shortly after the death of Chief Hemke Abiola. Uh, Chief Olugesha from Basojo in 1999 was was not the candidate of the South. Yes, he wasn't the candidate of the South. Olufare was the candidate of the South. But unfortunately, or unfortunately, they not impose him on us. So to get the presidency, you have to work for it. Obi must work for it. Olusegun Obasanjo did not work for it. But because of the death of Chief Abiola, who won the June 12, 1993 election, which was annulled by General Babangida for a reason best known to him, maybe the best election Nigeria ever had. And because of that, Nigeria was already in crisis and did not realize it. And they sat themselves down and they looked at it. Who can we impose on these guys that will protect our interest? They decided to impose Olusegun Obasanjo. So fraud in election in Nigeria did not start today. It started after our independence. And in 1999, Obasanjo did not even win that election. In 1999, he did not win the election. The election was rigged heavily in his favor. Even when he handpicked Yaradua to become his successor, Yaradua came out to say he knew that the election that brought him to power was fraudulent. So election fraud did not start today. Yes, election fraud is bad, but we are all involved in this. We are all involved in election fraud. That's why I said nobody is complaining about state electoral commission that are committing electoral fraud more than INEC. State electoral commission, state electoral commission in all the states are committing electoral fraud more than INEC. Nobody is complaining. When the foundation is bad, whatever you build on it will also be bad. That is it. Nobody is complaining about state electoral commission that are committing 100% fraud all over Nigeria today. So what does Obi need to do? Obi need to build his empire. He has to start. He has to start helping people to become governors. Whether they are in your political party, you will need them tomorrow. Yes, you don't spend shishi. You will spend money, but you won't give people money to go and bribe voters. But you are going to spend money by helping people for campaign billboard, for radio campaign or jingles and others. You cannot say you don't spend shishi and you want to win election. It doesn't happen. You cannot win election in Nigeria on a platter of gold. Obasanjo became president on a platter of gold. He rode on the death of Chief Abiola to become president. Otherwise, he would not have been president of Nigeria at that time. He would not have been president of Nigeria in 1999. So Obi need to copy a lot from the current president, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You need to copy from him. You need to work on his followers who are always abusing the Yorubas. You have to work on he has to work on the sensitivity of the northern people, whether Muslim, whether Christians. He has to work on the middle betters. Yes, he already has the confidence of the middle betters. He has to do more if he wants to be president. He has to work on the sensibility of the South people. Then the Yorubas. Today, an average Igbo man on social media sees a Yoruba man as his enemy. They are always making content abusing the Yorubas, and they will not help Obi in becoming Nigeria president because the votes of the Igbos cannot make Obi the president of Nigeria. It is not possible. Since the votes of the Yorubas did not make Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu become president of Nigeria. So there is no way the vote of your tribe will make you to become Nigeria president. It will not happen. It can't happen. So you have to be able to convince others. You have to be able to convince other tribes to trust you to get to Asoro. You have to Obi has to talk to his followers. So 2027 presidency for Obi is not visible. Let us not deceive ourselves. One, electoral fraud. Two, his time is not ripe for him. maybe after he has to work beyond 2032. Maybe after maybe Tinubu will actually win this 2027 election, whether we like it or not. He will actually win the 2027 election. And if he wins, then the presidency goes to the north for another 8 years. That is 8 plus 4. That's 12 years. Add 12 years to his age, maybe 17. It should be about 60 years now, if I'm not mistaken. Add 12 years, maybe it will be about 72. Maybe we should be, by then it will be, I don't know, it should be around 60 or 60 something. By then it will be less than 75. So he can still be president. So he has to work towards that. What should we do? What should we do? He must start uh, helping people to rise the way Tinubu did. There are some people that became senators in Ekiti State because Tinubu helped Tinubu. They used Tinubu's platform, and because Tinubu helped them, the Olubado of Obadoyan, who have been dealt with finally by Olusegun Obasanjo when when there's some few legislators that did not form a quorum impeaching. We all know that it was Tinubu. They were not in the same party. It was Tinubu that called Fashola and the former vice president to arrange a team of lawyers that will go to Ibadan to go and file a case to protect and defend uh, former Governor Yadoja, President Olubad of Ibadan land, despite the fact that they are not in the same party. As I've said, he had his eyes on the presidency long time ago. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he wanted. He was spending money. He was spending time to build people for his future, so that one day, and you will agree with me, that in 2015, he tried, before 2015, his party tried to, sometimes they presented Ribadu, the president's security advisor. Ribadu failed. They presented former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, the presidential runners of our time failed. And the last time, then in 2015, he decided to team up with the late President General Muhammadu Buhari, and he collapsed his structure to support Buhari. And Buhari, that has tried it 3 times without success, was able to succeed because Tinubu collapsed his structure. And there's some people, Sharaki and others from NPN, Sharaki and what's Rotimi Amechi, others from PDP, uh, joined Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Buhari CPC, and Buhari became the president. Had he been Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu contested that primary 2015 against Buhari, maybe even if Buhari won and Tinubu decided to go to another party, maybe Buhari wouldn't have become president. But Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu waited fervently for his time. So Peter Obi must wait for his time. I know a lot of people will say, yeah, Igbos, yes, it is unfair. Life is about unfairness. It is a Yoruba man was there for 8 years, Olusegun Obasanjo, and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is likely to spend 8 years, meaning 16 years. It is unfair to the Igbos. But life is about unfairness. So we have to work with it like that. So if I were Peter Obi, I will not even contest. I will appeal to my supporters. Let us let me wait a little bit. In my own view, the only way Peter Obi will have a good ride to the presidency in 2027, it's only Atiku becomes his vice presidential candidate. We cannot be. Atiku has been vice president for two terms. He was sworn in to be vice president for 2 terms. So the constitution does not allow you to be vice president the third time. So it might not be possible. But the only possibility is that, which is not possible. And if Obi decide to deposize Article this in 2027, his obedience will be angry with him. So they would rather vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu than vote for a party where Peter Obi will be vice presidential candidate. But he will look at it holistically. If Atiku, if Peter Obi should run this time around, it's not likely to get it. It's not. If I were him, I will not contest in 2027. Because let's look at it like this. The politics in Nigeria is about tribal sentiment. Tribalism will come in. The Igbos will be tribalistic. The Yorubas are also tribalistic to some extent. Because it is very clear if Obi contests, the Igbos will vote for him massively. He's going to get 98% or 99% in all these eastern states. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu might not be able to, will not likely get about, he might get like 60 something percent in Yoruba land. He will not likely take off because Yorubas are more liberal than the Igbos. And for the fact that Igbos have never been present since 1999, so we make the Igbos to vote for Peter Obi. So if I were Peter Obi, I will not contest, as I've said, in 2027. I will go and work. I'll go and start building my structure towards beyond 2032, when Ashua President Tinubu will have stepped down in 2032. Then the North will have ruled for another 8 years. Then by that time, if Obi doesn't contest in 2027, and if no Igbo man contests against, if no Igbo man, if no Southerner, whether former President Goodluck Jonathan or anybody, if no Southerner contests against Bola Tinubu in 2027, the coast will be clear for the Igbos whenever it is the turn of the South, after Tinubu's 8 years and after the North 8 years. A lot of people might think it's a long time. It is not a long time. It is not a long time. That is the most advisable political calculation that will make Obi to become, or a southeastern person to become the president of Nigeria. And if somebody from the south is contesting against Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and President Tinubu wins in 2027, whenever it's the turn of the south, a Yoruba man will contest against the Igbo. A Yoruba man will definitely contest against the Igbo. But if no Igbo man contests against Asiwaju in 2027, it will be very difficult for a Yoruba man to contest, or somebody from the south side to contest against the Igbo whenever it is the turn of the south 12 years or 13 years from now. So if nobody is contesting against an Igbo candidate 12 years from now, then the course will be very clear for Peter Obi or anybody the Southeast percent. I know a lot of people will not like this analysis, but that's the reality, and that's what is likely going to happen. So I don't think Obi has a chance in 2027. I don't think he has a chance in 2027. So once, maybe 12 years from now, if we present Obi or any other person from the southeast, then the north will accept us as we are. They will accept, they will have no choice to accept whoever we present. That is it. That's the shortcut for this presidency. That is the shortcut. But, but if he insists on contesting, he will not likely win. If he insists on contesting, he will not likely win. And I don't see Atiku also winning this 2027 election because Tinubu will do everything within his power. He will use the power of incumbency to win this election from 2027. That is my analysis. If you have, it's not about abuse. If you have a different opinion, let us know in comment section. Thank you and God bless you all.